Hey guys, this is Tableau of Epic High. A lot of people have been asking me, dude, what is this mindset thing all about? Is it like a new album? Is it like, are you making a movie? Did you just put out a new clothing brand? Well, rather than trying to explain what this is, here's a little snippet from my mindset. I hope you enjoy it and check out the entire audio collection of personal and intimate stories at getmindset.com. If you believed all those news articles about me when I was going through that huge scandal I went through, you would think of me as a fraud, or you would think of me as a bad person. But I'm a lot more than those words. I'm a lot more than these articles. I'm a lot more than whatever someone is saying about me, right? We all are. This totally interests you, right? You loved it, right? You can hear more exclusive untold stories and content at getmindset.com. Again, that's getmindset.com. Let's take on life together.
Alright guys, welcome to another episode of Get Real, hosted by me, Ashley.
Me, BM.
And me, Peniel of B2B.
And this is a show where we get honest about all the ups and downs of young adulthood. And this week, we're joined by our special guest, once again, Leah Kim!
Leah Kim!
Hi. Welcome
Hello.
back.
Thank you for having me again.
All right, and today's episode, we're going to talk about expectations versus reality.
Expectation versus reality.
Of course, things can't always go as planned, sometimes for the better and sometimes for the worse. And setting high expectations is not necessarily a bad thing, but what happens when we set our expectations too high? Let us talk about that. But before we begin, interact with us on our socials at The Dive Studios,
Yup.
or leave us a comment on our full episode videos at youtube.com/divepods.
Yup.
And subscribe to the podcast on Spotify and on Apple Podcasts, and leave us a review. 5 stars.
Only.
5 stars
Good
only.
reviews only.
All right.
All
Expectations versus reality.
Why are you so
Huh?
so smiley again all of a sudden?
No, I'm not.
Expectation versus reality.
No, I'm just trying to sit up straight.
Oh.
There was like a whole meme, wasn't there? Like expectations and then like,
I think,
Oh,
yeah, I
really?
think
Yeah.
it's
anyways.
It's always negative. Like, this is what you expect, and the
Yeah.
reality is just
Yeah.
like
Always
shit.
negative.
That's true. On Instagram, there was a
Yeah.
lot of that.
yeah.
Yeah. How are
Yeah.
you?
Me?
Yeah,
I'm good. How are
Okay.
you?
I'm good.
The weather's like getting better. Why?
Kind of what?
expect
Expectations versus
that.
reality. All right, how are you?
I just wanted to ask her how she's doing, you know?
Yeah. How are you guys doing? Do
Okay.
people ask you how you're doing?
No.
How are you doing? How's life?
Hey, Peniel, how are you?
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Do you ever say something other than "I'm good" when people ask you how are you?
I do.
I
What do you
do.
say?
Yeah.
Like, it could be better. It's like, meh, it's all right.
Yeah, I'm
Uh-huh.
like, eh,
Yeah.
Uh,
Excuse me, are you okay?
How are you
I'm
doing?
choking on water.
Are you doing okay?
I
Are you
am
okay,
now.
sir?
How the heck did you make the circle cup into a
I
square
don't know.
cup?
I have like a habit
Aw.
of doing this. I don't know why.
Okay, anyways.
Yeah.
You moved back to Korea from Florida, you said in middle school?
Elementary. I mean,
Sixth grade?
I went back and forth a lot, so it's
Oh,
kind
wow.
of hard to.
But when you like officially
Pinpoint.
moved back.
Yeah, I mean, I went to
Pretty-
I also went to elementary school in Korea too, like the same school. So elementary, middle school, and high school,
Mhm.
it was all like on base. So I
Mm.
went to all 3 schools, but
Wow.
yeah. So yeah, I did a lot of back and forth. So it's kind
Ah,
of hard to pinpoint.
okay. Well,
Mm.
before you guys always lived in the States before you came back to Korea, right? To
Yup.
pursue your dreams. Did you
Yeah.
guys have any expectations about Korea and what that life would be like?
I had zero expectations. I didn't know what to expect.
Mm.
Yeah, I had
Me
no idea
neither.
like what was gonna happen. So
The only thing I heard was that because I had to go to high school still,
Mhm.
Mhm.
the kids were telling me learn how to fight. before I
Why?
went to, because they were like, they fight a lot. That's how they rank the kids there or something
In
like that.
Korea?
Yeah, so I was like, well, what the heck? I was like, I don't know how to fight. Oh yeah, no, they were all super nice.
Oh, no one picked
No
fights with
fighting.
you.
I like
Okay.
walked
He
in
comes in. Who wants a piece of this?
I was like, I'm gonna be the instigator. One hit, one knockdown. No, no.
You. There, everyone's like, oh, 안녕하세요. 안녕하세요.
Wait, so
Good
you
day
went
to
to
you,
an
to
actual
you too.
Korean school?
Yeah.
Like a 고등학교? Like a Korean high
Yeah,
school?
청담고.
Oh, for how long? Like what year? I mean, like,
I mean,
10th grade, 11th grade,
on
12th grade?
paper, 1 year.
oh. But so did you graduate there too?
Yeah.
Mm.
But it was, I mean, it was weird because one, I didn't understand anything they were saying in the classes besides English class. But even English class, I didn't really understand what they were saying.
Did you miss out on like prom and
Yeah.
stuff then?
Oh, that
What's that?
sucks, dude.
I don't even know what that is.
And like football
Prom.
games and typical American high school stuff?
Yeah.
Mm.
Those are
I never
really-
knew that.
Because like football games, I could have gone, I guess, like freshman, sophomore, and like first semester of junior year.
I feel like you would have played.
But I got
look at them
into
shoulders.
it.
Yeah.
I got into it really late. I got into football late.
Mm.
So I actually was gonna try out for the rugby team because our school had like a intramural like rugby, and we're going off topic. So what's happening?
So you didn't have any expectations.
Yeah, except for learn how to fight.
That's
No,
what they
I
told
was-
you.
Yeah,
I
and the
was
reality
similar.
was they're all nice.
Yeah.
I was like, oh hi.
Mm.
Mm.
I want to ask you about you moving to New York because you had to leave behind the radio gig that.
Mhm.
So the radio that I'm doing now, the Arirang Radio Sound K, Leah used to be the DJ for it for
Oh,
like
okay.
3 years.
Mhm.
I
And
did
then-
it. I was her
Yeah.
guest for like 6
that's
months.
How, that's
Mhm.
how me and Matthew met. And then you
How did you meet Peniel? How did we meet?
Britney Spears concert.
That was the first time we met.
No,
I saw that
It cannot
picture.
have been. I saw this. It cannot have
No,
been.
it wasn't.
Cannot.
It cannot have been the first
It
time.
wasn't. That was, I
But
already knew you.
we didn't know each other that well. So Ashley, she invited me to a Britney Spears concert.
Mhm.
And I met you through someone, a
Mhm.
mutual friend.
Mhm.
And she was like, "Oh, I have these girlfriends. Like, you should meet them." And I think I met you one time briefly, and then you're like, "Oh, do you want to come to the Britney Spears concert?" And I ended
Oh,
up
I met
going.
you at a house party for the first time.
Ah, I see.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
someone's birthday party or
Yeah,
something
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I think that's how I met Peniel too, at someone's birthday party.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like Christmas party
Yeah.
or something. I remember.
So there's a lot of, I think, like in the Korean, like,
Kyopo World, mutual.
bruh.
I'm sorry, ISIS doesn't sponsor me. There's no free advertisement.
Okay,
Um,
anyways.
But yeah, I think at the time too, like I didn't have a lot of, because I felt like everyone knew each other because they were in the music industry and they were
Mhm.
kyopo. So there were a lot of times for everyone to kind of cross paths. And
Mm.
then I was kind of not in that loop. And then I met a couple people who like introduced me, I think, at
Mhm.
the same time to
Yeah.
certain groups of people. And yeah, and I think that's how I met you two,
Yeah.
I think, from
Yeah.
my memory.
Yeah, and
But
then-
anyways,
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
sorry.
you, after 3 years,
Yeah.
you moved to New York
yeah,
to model.
yeah.
What was that like?
Did you have any expectations?
Yeah, I
For
had
New York?
crazy expectations. I told myself, just don't expect, you know?
Mhm.
Uh huh.
Like, because when, like, I thought it was kind of a dream come true. And now, like, in hindsight, I think maybe that's what people felt like when, because I didn't have that experience, but when you guys were in the States or something and you auditioned for something, or you guys were like, oh, I'm going to Korea, I'm going to be in a
Yeah.
group, or I'm going to be a trainee. Like, maybe it might have been the same feeling. I don't know. But
Mhm.
I thought, like, oh, I got luckily like discovered by a casting director, and I got signed to like I guess it's like let's say YG or SM or JYP of like
Of
the
the
music
model-
industry. I got that of the modeling world,
Yeah.
right? So
Ooh.
I was like, damn, like it's popping, like life. Like, this is what I suffered for. Like life
Yeah.
is gonna I'm gonna be walking on rainbows, and what do you know?
It's a whole new monster.
Bro, whole new monster, like Godzilla. I love New York, by the way. I
Mm.
really do love New York, and I want to go back. And I didn't move back thinking I was going to move back. I was just visiting, and then COVID and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I expected, I knew it was going to be tough, but I thought it was my time to shine, I
Mhm.
think, in my head. And I was preparing myself for all the things that were to come. And when I got to New York, I realized, like, that's when I kind of went through a huge, like, depressive thing
Mhm.
because, you're going to these, your whole life is you made this one thing and you got signed, and then there's a whole nother process of auditioning every day. So you're going to castings 2, 3, 4 times a day. You're broke as fuck and you live in a closet. And you share a bathroom with 3 other people, and one's a guy, so his hair is everywhere. And the bathroom was so small, I had to like, you know.
The
my
guy's
gosh.
hair is everywhere?
Yeah, I don't even know
That's-
how that happens, but his hair was everywhere. And
It's usually the other way around.
Yeah, I know.
yeah, but you know, when like, cause I'm sharing a bathroom with someone, so I would always like
Oh, yeah, 'cause
clean
you're
up.
kind of neat.
Yeah, like I can be messy when I'm by myself, but I don't know these people, and I wasn't in a comfortable position.
You gotta
It's
be
not like I was
considerate.
living
Right.
with friends or anything.
Yeah.
Which,
Right,
by the way,
right.
if you live with a friend, you should be even more considerate than living with strangers. But
True.
That's true.
But-
That's true.
so I was just, you know, living that way, and I was like, you know, it's all gonna pay off. And then you go to a casting every day, and you realize you're in a room with like the most beautiful, fit people that all kind of resemble you in a weird way. Because when you go to castings, I think now they're much more diverse, even in the last 2 years. But it used to be like Asian, 20 to 25, height, well, this requirement. So then the agencies all get that, and they spread it to their girls that fit that category. So when you go to a casting, you
Yeah.
walk in and there's like 40, 50 girls that are Asian or
Yeah.
mixed
Yeah.
from all over the world.
Wow.
So,
Mm.
and then you're just waiting your turn, and you have your modeling book with you.
Right.
And like, you're like constantly just like, damn, like, she's so pretty. Like, dang, she's tall. Like, dang, she's skinny. Like, what does she eat? Like, they're, you know, and all this stuff are like going through here, like, dang, I should put more makeup on. But then they said no makeup. Like, what do they want from me? You know? So you're going through this like all day long.
Oh, it's no makeup.
Yeah, you can't wear makeup because you look so different than your photos.
Right.
So then it turns into who's prettiest without makeup on, and that's a whole nother thing that I think a lot of girls will relate to. But and then you go in and like let's say this is my book, and then
Yeah.
you walk. You finally, it's your turn. You're like, all right, I got this. Like whatever thoughts I had, like I'm gonna go in this and like kick ass.
No.
Go in the room. They don't even look at you. Like you give them your book, which has all
Ah.
your photos, and it's like this. Want to walk? And you walk. Thank you.
And then done.
So you don't know if you got it or not. Like, because sometimes I was like, damn,
Until they
that
call you
fucking
back?
sucked. Like, I'm not going to get it. And then I would get a call back. And sometimes I'd be like, oh, like they were so nice. And when I say nice, it's when they say like, hello to you. Like, hi, how was your day? I'm like, oh my God, they care about me. Oh my God. Like, the bathroom's over there. Oh my God. Like, you know, manners. Like, but yeah, so that was a whole, and it took me a while to get used to that and not let it get in my head. But yeah, so that was a huge reality check for me in that world. Yeah.
Dang, they should.
I would imagine New York or LA or anywhere in the States to be much more cutthroat.
Yeah.
Because in Korea, at least in the entertainment industry, since the world is so small out here, if you get big, chances are you're gonna run into like the people that were in the process again. It's not that low of a chance,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But say they treated you like you meet them again, it's not gonna be hi, hello, here's the bathroom. It's probably gonna be like, you know, like you were a dick to me, like eat ass, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in New York, I mean,
Did you experience this?
No, not yet, not yet. Because me, for the most part, even though they're dicks to me, I was still like hardworking, so they couldn't only be a dick to me.
Right.
But when it comes to like New York type audition stuff, I heard it's hella cutthroat out there.
Yeah.
Like,
And like, yeah, like I don't want to talk down on it, but it is cutthroat. And if like you think about the casting directors or designers or whoever, that they see people like you all
The time,
day
yeah.
long. So I get it. I mean, I wish they were nicer, but whatever, I get it. And
Yeah.
it's a job to them. And there's some things I don't think are right. Like, you know, you walk in an audition room, they're like, yeah, you need to lose weight, like in front of people. Like, I think, but things are changing, I heard. So through friends,
That's
like
good.
things are changing and
That's good, that's good.
diversity and whether it's with race and weight and blah, blah, blah. That's also to check off boxes for them, but whatever, they're doing it. So that's great. But yeah, I would do it completely differently now. Like I wouldn't go with the same mindset I had. And I think having your own thing is really important. And not being cocky but confident. 'Cause I thought I was confident and I was just like, hi, like I'm Leah, like here's my book, don't like me, cool. But it's more than that. Like you have like 5 seconds with someone that can like change your life. And yeah, I think I would do things differently. But everything happens for a reason. But that's life, man.
Yeah, life.
Life is tough.
You want to be special, you
It's a roller
gotta
coaster.
sacrifice. And
Yo.
I think I had a lot of expectations too because I was first at Cube as a trainee, and this was when I was there for like a year. And usually the trainee contract is for 3 years, and they didn't have any plans on debuting a girl group anytime soon. And I wasn't even sure if I was gonna be in that one because everyone else was so much younger than me. I was the oldest one, and then the the oldest one after me was like 93, but she got cut, and then everyone was like 96, 97, and they were all like very cutesy, and I was like, I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to debut in that. So when Polaris came and they were like, oh, can we bring Ashley to our company because we're gonna debut a girl group at the beginning of next year, I was like, oh my god, yes, like finally I'm gonna debut, I'm gonna be on stage, blah blah blah. And then first when I went to the company, because it was so small, it wasn't like a huge enterprise, it was like a small they were just starting, they were making a group for the first time, and they like treated me like family. In the beginning we went out to eat and drink every day, we barely practiced, and it was like so much fun. Like, oh my god, how can I have so much fun in a company and also work with them? And then of course, when a company says like we're like a family, that's like, okay,
red flag. By the way, red flag.
Don't. And then and then I debuted, and I thought, wow, ladies code, okay, we're gonna, make money, we're gonna live in nice houses.
You guys did really well in the beginning, right? Like I think you remember telling me like ladies code was like for a debut artist, you guys were like
They did.
right?
They were on the come up.
I guess. I don't know.
Because I mean, there's a lot of groups that they just like die out as soon as they debut because there's just so much competition. But I think like even before meeting you, I think I knew the name, and I remember you telling me, or maybe I saw it somewhere, but that you guys did really well.
Yeah, no, because even I was actually on the phone with a friend not too long ago, and we were like, yo, do you remember this group? Yo, do you remember this group? Like, what happened to them? Like not too long ago.
Yeah.
They like all debuted around the same year as me, maybe like a year or two later. I'm like, yo, what happened to them? Like, I don't see them anymore. What happened? But Ladies Code, their name was getting out there, and they were on the come up.
Yeah, I think we got lucky because in that year, 2013, when we debuted, there weren't a lot of girl groups doing that style because we were more like, we debuted with Bad Girl, and it was supposed to be like a musical, like theatrical act. And everyone else was doing like the cutesy, like funky stuff. But anyway, so yeah, I thought, life was going to be smooth sailing, we got it. And then it was just no sleep, working every single day, not even being able to eat, just feeling tired all the time, just on autopilot mode. And I didn't know it was going to be like that, And I was just like,
isn't it funny too, like your reality and what people like back home or like friends that maybe aren't in this world expect of your life. And then like I'll have like friends like even like when I was in New York or now, like, oh my god, Leah, like that's so amazing for you, like you're living the life that like you always wanted, and and like I'm so grateful that they send me those like 응원 like messages and stuff. But I'm like, dude, you haven't. It's not like that at all. Like I'm broke as like constantly. Like when is the freaking money gonna come in? But like there's just like so many things, right? And I think that's another expectation in reality that people know because people talk about it so much, but I don't think they really know what it's like.
Yeah, and like I'll post an Insta story of me outside, like at a cafe or a restaurant. They're like, oh my god, people don't bombard you, people don't come up to you asking you for pictures and like signatures. I'm like, no,
girl,
like,
no one knows who I am.
No one knows who I am.
I am comfortable as hell.
But you know what? Total, also change perspective. Total blessing in disguise, guys. Because, like, I believe, like, in everyone on this table. I mean, I don't know what you guys like want in life, 100%. But like everyone is here and like in this space and doing and are good at something, and like you guys have a goal, right? And maybe one day because of that goal, you'll get like super, I don't know, crazy famous, like, or whatever, like to the point where you can't go eat at a cafe when you want. And imagine how stressful that is. And we get to experience.
I never want to get that famous.
Yeah.
And we get to like have fun with our friends and go out comfortably and not stress out about that stuff. And,
Imagine
Having to date in secret, like
Yeah, I can't imagine.
I mean, we still have to do that, but
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like trying to like skip the thing. Like, yeah.
she didn't mention it for a reason. Ashley,
yeah.
I mean, imagine it's like I don't know if you would want to be friends with someone that famous either. It's like they said they want to hang out again. It's like, where are we gonna hang out? It's like, where do you think? Their house again. Their house again.
The spot.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't imagine how stressful it must be.
Yeah, I don't think I would. I don't want to
Yeah.
ever get to that level of fame.
And I feel like if you're around people, you always have to carry yourself with like a certain way because they have their image of you, you know?
Mm.
Oh,
Did you guys ever have like an expectation versus reality that was positive? Like,
let me
I
think.
think because they all expect celebrities to be stuck up and kind of snobby and just like full of themselves. I think it's more, and then they meet even not just me, but like I feel like most of our friends, they meet them and they're always like, "Oh wow, like you're so down to earth. Like you're not,
Oh,
you're
yeah,
not."
I've heard that. a
Yeah,
lot.
you probably heard that a lot because he's like so down to earth and he's just so go with the
Yeah.
flow type of guy.
So,
Yeah.
He's so especially if our friends from the States come and they're like, "Oh my god, I'm hanging out with a K-pop star." They're like, "Oh wait, you eat convenience store food? Like, oh, we can just
Oh, yeah,
go
yeah,
like
yeah,
hang
yeah.
out at the hangang, like you can just."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yeah, it's fine." So,
I used to have the same thing. Like I used to think back in the day, I'm like, does Justin Bieber eat McDonald's?
yeah.
Like I was like, do like famous people eat McDonald's? Like while I'm eating McDonald's, I'm like, it's so good, but like okay, it's unhealthy. They probably have their like $100,000 meals.
No.
and whatever.
like-
chef
like-
at home.
Yeah, or chef at
They
home.
make it taste like it, but it's all like,
Like
healthy
healthy.
stuff.
It's like, I want McDonald's. His chef like makes a fake McDonald's.
Yeah.
Here's your Dino McNuggets, sir. Like, on a gold platter.
It's like I
Yeah.
want a Big Mac with only 10 calories.
Okay.
All right.
I'm sure celebrities eat fast food.
No, of
course.
course
No, they
right?
do.
Of
I mean,
course.
Travis Scott, he has his own like
Oh,
McDonald's like
yeah.
menu.
Yeah. No, but I feel like I don't know. I'm not in that world, but
in this
You're in a world that's
But-
just as competitive. So.
yeah, but I mean, like the music, like the way that the structure or the process of like releasing a song, like I just hear tidbits. So like I know like people all like there's people that contribute. And they all approve like what's the title song and what's like so everyone's like it has to be some type of consensus to get to
Yeah.
that decision.
Yeah, that's
so
annoying.
So I think like because there's so many good songs. Like even when I was doing radio, like that's the first time I listened to K-pop like full on because not that I didn't like K-pop, but I was very like I only listened to like 21, Big Bang,
Right,
Wonder
right,
Girls,
same.
like the top songs. And I thought it was super cool, like Ihori, that like people in Korea were making this type of music that I like because I didn't really enjoy like the cutesy, like I didn't know how to like
Yeah,
I don't
the
know.
Candy pop.
Yeah, like I never really listened to that type of music before, so
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
foreign to it. And then when I became a radio DJ, I was really worried because I didn't know K-pop like that. And but you're forced to listen to it constantly, and I would start to enjoy songs that like I didn't think I would enjoy
Right,
like
right, right,
naturally.
right.
But like you listen to songs like this is so good. Why isn't this like doing well? But I think it's like timing and luck and like I think it's more than it just
Marketing.
being a good song. Marketing too. Like
Yeah.
you could have the greatest marketing team and like something it just might
Yeah.
flop. And I think it's weird that they
No.
blame the artist.
Yeah,
for that.
no, like who's the group that Brave Girls?
Mhm.
Mm.
they're hitting- yeah, they're
their
hitting the top right
song
now.
like they released like
4
a
years
while
ago.
back because I
Mm.
remember our promotions overlapped
Mm.
Yeah.
because I know someone in there, so I was like, oh yeah, and then I remember promotions overlapped. I remember doing them, seeing them on stage and stuff, and there was like no feedback then.
Mm.
How long ago was that
It
song
was 4
released?
years ago.
4
yeah,
years
it was
ago?
4 years ago, and then it's blowing up
2017.
now.
Yeah, some songs do
So-
that. Like
So it's so it's like I don't know. There is something about timing. There's
Mm.
definitely something about marketing because the reason it blew up, it was like a YouTube clip of like a bunch of comments and them performing at a military base,
Mm.
military bases. I think it was like a
Yeah.
compilation, right?
Mm.
So then it like blew up later. So and it's like marketing, like
Mhm.
all that stuff has to like.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
All these things have to come
Sure,
together
yeah.
to like
Yeah, so they're doing promotions for that song again
Oh, they're promoting
Yeah,
again.
on
They're
music-
coming
on
back.
music
Oh wow.
shows.
That's
because
smart.
it's #1 and people are loving it.
Oh wow.
Mm.
Yeah.
What song is it? Sorry, I'm like so out of
Roll
the
Rolling,
loop.
Rolling, rolling.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. That's crazy.
I think they have like a name for it. They call it like the military chart. I forgot what the name was. Oh yeah, 밀보드. Yeah, 밀보드.
Dude, if I was in a fandom
Mm-hmm.
and I was a dude, I would be like, get everybody in the fandom be like, let's all join the military right now. Because you have timings.
Yeah.
And then that means in all these different bases, you got the fandom happening and the synergy. And then like you guys only play that girl group song and then like they'll get famous. Because everyone has to listen to it over and over and over again. No, does that not make sense? I think
Like-
I'm onto something.
Like
I
forcefully?
think I'm onto something.
Can you do that with my song? Can you go in and then can you take my song and then do it for me? Yes.
I'll be like Mulan, I'll chop off my hair and like join the military. Listen to the song, guys. It's like
I
really
mean,
good.
you know, girls can still enlist in the military.
No, I know, but I was talking about the 2년, the 2-year like mandatory
the
like
mandatory.
service,
Yeah.
like
Did you have any projects that?
So I kind of have this thing where I think if something's gonna go well, then another voice in me is like, because you think that way, it's not gonna do well.
I do. Oh,
What the
I
hell?
have the exact
like,
same
I have like
thing.
angel
Like
and
the
demon,
little
like
cartoon.
Yeah.
So
Angel and the
like,
devil.
I'm like humble, stay humble, and I'm like, but I have a feeling it's gonna do well, and then it's like because you thought that, like it didn't work out because you thought that way, but
Nice.
Do you
fuck it up.
also? Oh, you know what? My thing is actually the complete opposite. My thing is if I think it's gonna do shitty, it does well.
I know.
So I think always like, oh, it's probably gonna do shitty.
Yeah. And then you're like, your phone rings. Yes.
Yeah.
Hollywood movie. Yeah. But the question, I have
What was
one thing that I can like, I remember, or like when I was doing Saturday Night Live, like that was really big for
Yeah.
me.
Mm.
And it was the first thing, my dad's white, by the way. I didn't want to like, but it's the first thing I did in Korea that he knew what it was, which was really
Mm.
cool for me
Oh.
because
Yeah.
my dad doesn't speak Korean.
Yeah.
And so everything I did, like he was always proud, but it was the first thing that I was really proud to be like, hey, Saturday Night Live, like that show you watch, like the Korean version, I'm doing it. Like I was super, super proud of myself.
Yeah.
And I didn't expect it at all. And that was really cool. When I was young, I was like 22, 21.
Oh wow.
And it was like working with everybody that I saw on TV.
Yeah.
all
You know
the
what's funny?
time.
Videos resurfaced of that.
I know, I get
resurfaced
tagged on it
my-
all the time.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
who's that tall girl that like is looking down at shiny
Like,
Key
yeah,
and like
yeah,
making
yeah,
fun of
yeah.
his height? And I keep getting tagged on it on Instagram.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't see that one.
It was a joke, by the way. I don't feel that way.
Yeah, of
Guys,
course.
I love shiny, but yeah, so I thought it was gonna do really well. And I thought that because I was getting, it was like on a main channel and like everybody watched it, and it was gonna be through this, I was gonna be able to do what I wanted to do, and a lot of more things coming my way. And it kind of just like ended because I was on the next season, and everyone that watched SNL, like I got a lot of people like saying like, oh, like aren't you the girl from da da da?
Right.
But then like I didn't really care about that. I just wanted more like work opportunities, and but it never ended up that way. And yeah, so that was kind of a thing, or because I thought it was just gonna be like this,
Yeah.
or like at least like this, you know. But it was like like hanging out for dear life, like yeah. So that was an experience.
I feel like it's like that a lot.
Yeah,
Like, you always
it's
feel-
normal.
if you have good feelings about something, you're always thinking about, okay, that's gonna like be the opening door or the
Yeah.
door that I open into the next big thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but life kind of like just like takes you on
Yeah.
freaking.
roller coaster.
It's
I
like,
love
hey,
it.
you're gonna go that way.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
And then it's like gyro drop. I was like, I thought it was that rock bottom, but I guess there's a deeper bottom.
yeah.
All right, expectations versus reality. We have some people having questions related to our topic on Reddit too.
Reddit.
So let's see. User, I am not enough. You are enough. Says, I feel as though I'm constantly disappointed by those closest to me. It hurts. It really does. I don't want them to know, so I act as though nothing is wrong. Every time I get canceled on, left out, or just something as simple as you said you would, it just takes a toll on me. Maybe my expectations are too much, but I hold myself by these same expectations. I feel many times I'm a reliable and caring friend, and when it is not returned to me, I feel extremely disappointed and just saddened by the situation. I can't tell them about it, of course. I'm just overreacting after all. I have to keep my cool because flipping out for no reason just will only worsen the matter. Oh my gosh, I'm going through this right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Talk
We're
about
not
it.
caring.
Talk about it.
In what way?
You don't feel like we care about you?
No, it's not. I don't know. Just, yeah, I feel like I'm overreacting, so I don't want to confront them about it
Yeah.
because I feel like I'm just being overly sensitive. But I'm thinking about it constantly, like every single day, and it's always on the back of my mind, whatever I do. But I'm like, I feel selfish talking about it because maybe that person's not thinking about it like that at all. Maybe that person's just going through something,
Yeah.
and maybe I'm just feeling that energy, which makes me feel like,
You're like overthinking
Yeah.
it or something?
so I feel like I'm just gonna add on more stress to that person if I confront them and tell them I'm feeling this way, because then they're gonna be like, oh, what did I do that made her feel this way? Like, what do I have to change? So I've just been kind of like putting it off, but still getting really stressed out by it. So yeah, I'm just like, I get sensitive about that too, because friends are very important to me, especially because I'm out here without my family and I
Yeah.
really rely on my friends a lot. So when I feel like it's not, I don't know, when it's not being reciprocated, or when I sometimes think, of course, I shouldn't do things expecting something in return, but you get the energy from them, right? You feel it when they're like, oh, I really, love Ashley. I really like hanging out with her versus like, I'm just here to kill time. Like, I'm just
Like
doing,
it's just routine.
I'm just having these small talk because I have nothing to really talk about.
Right. It's like no, I want you to be here versus yeah, you can come if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Is this
your
person
Reddit username I am not enough by the Hey, great minds think alike.
So next question. Is that person in the room by any chance? He's talking about
If
us.
you're trying to get
Is it
hidden
us?
messages.
no,
I'm sorry I didn't invite you to hang out with Eugene yesterday.
Blink twice if you're interested.
No, that was like 2.5. I saw it. It's okay.
Anyways, yeah. So what can you guys say to this person?
I mean, I think whatever relationship it is, like whether it be friends, significant other, like family, whatever, I think communication.
Communication.
Yeah. Are your ears okay?
Yeah, they're
Oh,
fine.
okay.
Eardrum's bleeding, but
Yeah.
Sorry.
But yeah, I think communication is key. So, like you said, you're like, oh, what if I just add stress or whatever? I think you guys need to communicate that though.
Yeah, you still have
It's like,
your thing.
because you don't know what they're going through. They don't know what you're going through. So, and if you guys don't communicate that with each other, you guys are never gonna know what each other are going through. So you gotta say like, oh, I'm like, ask them, maybe like, oh, are you like going through something these days, or like, are you stressed about work or something? Because I feel like you've been acting this way these days, blah blah blah. And then I'm sure if you ask them and you're good friends, they're gonna be like, oh no, I'm sorry if I came out like that way. Like no, like I've been stressed or like I've been whatever. Like, so I just think,
But
yeah, what?
communication's a lot harder than like, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I always felt like I was a good communicator because I talk a lot. But I mean, it's not always about talking a lot.
I mean,
Definitely
it's
we gotta
not- yeah, it's
listen
not
to.
about
You're
talking
good at
about it.
talking, but
But-
you're bad at confrontation.
I'm really bad at confrontation. I suck at confrontation. It's like anything that's negative, I'm like, oh, like, go the other way.
Get me out of here.
Yeah, like I feel uncomfortable. That's like a whole nother thing. But I think like I always thought I was a good communicator. But the more I like have certain I don't know, conversations with people, I'm like, maybe to this person, like maybe I think I'm a good communicator, but to this person, like everything's so different from this person's perspective, like other people's perspective of me and what I think about myself. So like I like have a lot of not debates, what's the word? Like confrontations with myself about it, about how I'm perceived by people. And like I just wanted to talk about this, but to them, like, did this sound like I was trying to be as nice as possible or caring and like, oh, like I'm just worried about this. But to this person, did it sound like I wasn't taking any responsibility over this?
I know
like
what that
things
is.
like things like that, you know?
You say it and like right after you say, did you take it like this?
Yeah, because my whole thing was like, dude, like, but I'm not mad at you because I don't yell or like when I'm upset at people, like I'm not like, what the f-? Like you're an asshole, like, like I never blew up throws table, like, you know, punches wall. I don't know. I've never done never like, you know. So I'm always like, you know, like I felt like, so I thought that was good communication. But someone said just because you don't yell doesn't mean that you're communicating well.
No, yeah, that's just being able to hold in anger.
Yeah, like you're just, but I don't know why I always assume like
I'm mad at you.
Yeah,
I'm really fucking mad at you.
just because you talk a lot and you hold in your anger doesn't mean you're a good communicator.
Yeah,
you can't tell, but I'm furious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. This is tough. This is hard.
But I think you just need to communicate.
Yeah,
it's a lot easier said than done, though. Like
then what's good communication tips like?
Well, I mean, I don't know what they're thinking though, you know, like what they think they did. Why, like, so let's
say like you're disappointed in Ashley.
But
like maybe Ashley doesn't feel like, I don't know, like you're just disappointed in Ashley as a friend. Like how would you talk? You said you would confront her about it, right?
So I would either, it feels like, let's say we were like all hanging out and I felt disappointed then, I wouldn't say it right away because I don't want like I don't want drama. I don't want the energy of like the entire like hangout to go down or anything either. I would either say like, yo, like let's grab like coffee next week or whatever, or like call them when I get home.
Yeah.
And then just talk to them and be like, but don't do it in such a like
emotional way.
Yeah, emotional way too, and then like critical way. Don't like criticize them about it.
Like you're teaching them.
Yeah, but just say like, oh, like this is how I felt. I don't know if you meant to like come off this way.
Yeah.
But this is how I took it. And then just make sure that if it's like within a friend group, it's like I'm not trying to start shit or anything. You know, it's like, oh, this is how just how I felt, and it didn't feel good.
Yeah.
But it's like, oh, but like it's like, is that what you meant?
I think as you get older, like sometimes you're friends with people and like they're great people, but you realize that you don't really align in a lot of aspects. So you're always kind of like having that little like those minor little
conflicts,
emotional yeah. And I think also it's another lesson of like someone told me like it's not evil that if you decide someone is no longer like you guys don't not benefit because you're not friends with someone to benefit off of them,
like,
but
match well.
Like if you're bringing just toxic energy to each other or something, whatever like I don't know, but it's okay to like let people go.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, for the betterment of the both of you, and that's also like I think a super valuable lesson. Like, and it doesn't mean like you're a horrible person or they're a horrible person. You just don't click something.
Why are you smiling? You got something to say?
Thanks,
something
Leah.
happened.
It's time to go.
And that was the end of Matthew's relationship.
You were wondering why you didn't have. You were wondering why you didn't have a plug in the beginning. Now you know.
I'm just messing with it.
Okay. Shall we move on?
Yeah. You want to read one?
Yeah, I think Leah should read the next one.
Do you read both? This is from College Girl 123. I'm currently a freshman and I've been in college for 2 months now. Coming in, I expected to absolutely love my roommate, party nonstop, and make a million friends. Well, my roommate barely talks. I can't party because I'm constantly doing homework. Even on weekends, I have stacks of work to get done. And as to the friends, I talk to people in class and at work, but I have not found a consistent group to hang out with. The people on my floor are pretty nice, but I think they've already formed a clique and I can't break through. I had friends in a lot of different groups in high school and people love me, but here I feel like an outcast. Please help. You know, that was another big expectation versus reality for me. College was so different than what I expected.
I didn't go.
I dropped out. It's okay.
I mean, I went for like one. I went for 1 semester. That's it.
Yeah.
Damn, they like just made this ID then.
Oh,
yo, freshman is like college.
Dude, you've only been in college for 2 months.
Yeah. Wait till that second semester hits.
Yeah, things are different. Things are different.
It's different.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
First semester, I was kind of a loner.
Yeah,
I was like in my
same here.
room and I was like, how do I like Like, how do I? And then I would
Yes.
try to go. You know how like colleges have like welcome week, like
yeah.
blah blah blah. And I would go, and I that's when I realized like, oh, maybe I'm not an extrovert. I always thought I was an extrovert, but I was like, maybe inside I'm actually an introvert because I would go there and be like,
Yeah, same.
holy
Hi.
mackerel.
Yeah.
Him and like, nice to meet you.
Yeah, did you have braces in college or like?
I don't know why I made that voice. I do that sometimes. I don't know why I did that. It's my inner voice that comes out sometimes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's the introvert.
Yeah,
That's the introvert.
like, hi.
Same. I feel like I didn't make friends with anyone in my class, but I joined a club and I met all my friends there at the club.
Okay.
So I met them the first year. So in my sophomore year, we planned classes together. So we would actually take the same classes. But
Okay.
yeah, freshman year, the first semester, well, like half of the first semester was pretty, well, especially because I commuted. Sorry, I keep adding.
And then there's something.
The semester, actually, the first half, actually, when I commuted.
Because if I were
What?
living in the dorms and living on campus, I feel like it would be a little different. But since I commuted, I didn't spend
Yeah.
a lot of time in school. It was just like class and then go home right away.
Uh-huh.
So because it was hard to make friends through classes because everyone is so different, you know. I just joined a club, so
Yeah.
maybe
Wait, you went to college in New York?
for 2 years, and then I came here.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I feel like it's completely normal. You're in 2 months, and I mean, I was there. I don't know if you guys were too, but I think that's normal. And one thing I regret, so I hope College Girl 123 does not do, is because I felt so. I mean, I ended up making friends through a different way, but I really regret, like, even though I only went for 2 years, I wish I would have joined a club, but I was so scared, like, because I felt so intimidated. Like, there's so many people, and like, I didn't want to put myself in that position because I don't know if it's because I went to a smaller school and I grew up with all of my friends being the same. So I really regret not like exploring because there's so many things I
Right.
wanted to do and I thought was cool, but I was like, nah, maybe I'll do it next time. And so if there's ever like an opportunity, like I don't know if it's a club or I don't know what else is in school, but
I
I
don't
don't
know
remember.
either.
Like
Frats,
clubs, frats, sororities, clubs, whatever is your thing. Like if there's something that interests you, like you should try it out.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, people that join that club are probably going to have an interest in that club. So there's at least icebreaker.
Yeah.
Talk about that for now.
Yeah.
And then do what Ashley did. Sign up for the same classes and
Yeah.
everything.
Or get
Yeah.
a job on campus. That's what I did. I worked at the
Oh.
library.
Whoa, word.
Yeah.
Dang.
That was fun.
Did you
Doesn't
make
seem
friends through
fun,
that?
but yeah, because like
Oh.
you see the same kids walking in and out,
Mm.
and like you're just like checking out their books for them. They're like, "Oh, what you working on?" or whatever. I'm like, "Oh, like checking out chemistry again, huh?" And then you kind of like see them all the time, and then you get to know like, "Oh, that guy's this major, like that guy's this major, like this girl's that, like you know, this
I
girl,
see you're
that girl's
tricking up.
Korean, her last name's Kim. Like, let me be friends with her, like, cause there wasn't a lot of Korean people at my school either,
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm like, I'm gonna ask her where she buys her kimchi, like stuff like that.
Chemistry, huh?
Yeah.
You feeling any in between
Yeah.
us?
Yeah.
Chemistry.
Yeah. You gotta put yourself, you gotta get out there. It's hard, but
It is
somehow.
for sure.
Dang. Oh man. My first girlfriend in college, I met her at orientation. Wait, that's like
Oh, does that
completely
really
off
happen?
of it happens.
Oh.
She was so cute. I saw her. I was just like, dang, she cute. She with her little two like other friends that like she met that day. I'm with my two friends I met that day. They're like, hey, they're hyping me up, like, get her number, bro. I was just like, should I get her number? I should get her number. Woo! And I just walked up, got her number. We were in a good relationship, and then I came to Korea.
yeah.
Okay.
Well,
But like, real talk, like she was like a really good girlfriend.
Aw. Sad
you
to
miss
hear.
her? I'm just kidding. Don't answer. Don't answer. Don't answer. Don't answer. Don't answer. Don't answer. It's gonna get edited out anyway, probably.
All right. Best of luck to you, college girl 123.
Yeah.
You got this. All right. Thank you, Leah, for joining us once
Thank
again today
you.
for this episode. It was so much fun.
I had so much fun, guys.
Okay. Do you want to talk about anything you have coming up?
Once again, nothing new coming up.
We'll find out.
Gucci,
yeah.
if y'all need a new model.
Yeah.
What's your favorite
You're
brand? What's your
filming a
favorite
commercial
brand?
soon.
I am. I'm filming a commercial
nice.
soon.
That's
I don't know.
something?
I just don't like. I don't know how to talk about it.
Can you
without
talk
being
about
weird,
it? Can you
without, like,
say
bragging.
the brand name?
No, I don't think
Oh, okay.
so.
So she's gonna be on some type of commercial. It's
Yeah.
a very big
Can
brand.
you say if it's like Like what category? Like
Electronics or,
jewelry
like-
Oh,
clothes, electronics,
fashion.
fashion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like somewhere
Fashion.
to something
It's
to do.
huge. You might be seeing her everywhere.
Like Goyard. Ayy.
No.
I'm gonna see you while I'm shopping.
Yeah,
Oh my
hopefully.
god, so much fun. Okay,
He's
guys.
like-
Look
Sorry,
forward
guys.
to
Peniel's
it.
like fake.
Yeah. Hashtag fake.
You guys will find out about it on our Instagram, which is at.
Leah Kim T, LEHKMT.
Okay. All right, guys. Stay updated on the show. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter if you haven't yet. It is at The Dive Studios. Once again, subscribe to this podcast and please give us a 5-star review.
5
And
stars.
Thank you, everyone, for listening. See you in the next episode.
Bye-bye.
Peace.
Bye.
Hey, did you like this video? If so, click the subscribe button.
And make sure to turn on your notifications so you don't miss a single video.
And listen to the entire audio episode on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. Bye!